Hey there, Schwermetallisch here. Yesterday night I had an interview with Joe Cangelosi of the new old school thrash outfit UNCIVIL WAR. He's an old hand of the thrash metal scene. He played with Whiplash and KREATOR, and he's mates with people from HIRAX and Dark Angel, and yeah, that was pretty exciting, and the guy was pretty nice. So watch the video, have fun, and yeah, hit me up on the usual space. Just comment, share, and enjoy yourself. So yeah, you are one of the old hands of thrash metal. You were in Whiplash and KREATOR, and now you have a new project, UNCIVIL WAR, with an upcoming, is it an EP or a full record?
Well, actually, we're writing material now, but we did release an EP independently, and actually, somebody might pick it up. I'm not going to really say anything now, because we're still trying to negotiate things. But it looks like something will happen with it. Thank God, because it's been a long battle. It's been a long ride, and I'm glad we got here finally. And now it's available on all the platforms, digital platforms, and little by little, we're getting it together to get physicals, copies, and we got shirts now. And
Yeah,
some
very cool.
other fun stuff. But yes,
That's
little
nice.
by little, man, it took a long time though. But this project, it grew out of a project that I was involved with Scott. If you know, Scott was in the HIRAX, original HIRAX guitar player. And I was in a band with him called Eliminate. I won't go on too much about this band because it was a short-lived thing. We did one short tour, and we did a one-off in a couple of years' time. And it just wasn't right for me and Scott because we were playing Dark Angel songs, with Don Doty. But the thing is that I don't want to play nobody's music, man. I mean, I was playing music at that time when they were doing that stuff. So that's my, it's not like I don't want to be in a tribute band to another band that was from my time period, if you know what I mean. With all due respect to the band and stuff, and I wanted to do something completely original, but it never came to be. So me and Scott said, you know what? Let's go. Let's get out of here and let's do something on our own. And that's how UNCIVIL WAR became.
Yeah, it's always good to do something original, which comes from you and your ideas and your influences.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of the bands I was in the past, unfortunately, I was never the founding member. So, Whiplash, Tony Scaglione left 1986 at the end to join Slayer. I joined Whiplash, so I had to actually fill his seat and do his job, learn his music, and make sure I do justice to what he did back then, which was, very incredible, killer drumming, man. And Tony Scaglione, that's my boy right there. I love you, Skags. Great drummer, great guy. And I'll give you a quick little fact about me and Tony Scaglione. I replaced Tony Scaglione in Whiplash, right? Tony Scaglione's last name is Scaglione. If you write out the letter Scaglione and you rearrange them in perfect order, comes out Cangelosi with no letter to spare. So, which is really weird, but it gets weirder than that. So, his first name is Tony. His middle name is Joseph. My middle name is Anthony. So, we have the exact same names, middle, first, and last. We share the same names. It's just an unbelievable coincidence. I thought just throw that out there.
Same person.
It's crazy, man. If there was somebody that I had to replace in a band, it was talk about fate. You know what I mean? I mean, it couldn't have been in the cards more. It was crazy.
Yeah, maybe that's a lineup fact. You have to be a rearranged member.
Yeah, right. Good luck finding your members, man. Yeah.
You have the wrong name. You're a really good drummer, but the name.
Yeah, man, you're missing one letter, guy. You're missing one letter.
So
but
close.
The thing was,
so close.
I never figured it out myself. I don't do things like that. Somebody actually emailed me and said, "Man, do you realize that your last name and his last name?" I was like, "What?" Then I asked Tony. He said, "Man, your middle name is Tony?" I said, "Yeah, my middle name is Anthony. Tony." He says, "My middle name is Joseph. Joe." I was like, "Get out of here, man. You're crazy." But anyway. Enough of that. That's pretty funny stuff.
So one thing I always ask any band member of any band I ever interviewed is what originally brought you into music and thrash metal especially?
Oof, that's a good question. Well, originally drumming brought me into music, which my dad is a drummer. So I grew up around, rock music, jazz music, fusion, the whole spectrum. So already I was like, at a young age, I was interested. And then I like rock, of course. So I started listening to Zeppelin, Sabbath, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, man. I used to, like, as a young kid, I had my little, LP player and stuff. My dad used to give me records. It was great. And then I heard, I must have got into Maiden, I think. Maiden was one of the first bands that just caught me. I was like, what is this? And I was like, I got to do this. I got to do this. This is what I'm going to do. And then that was it. Then I started getting into, as everybody else did, Motorhead, Venom, and working up the ladder as time went by. Exodus, a big influence, of course, Slayer and all the big bands of the time, including Whiplash at the time, which I was a fan. And I just happened to be fortunate to land a gig as a drummer in one of my favorite bands. So that's, yeah. And, I lived walkable distance to Lemoore, the best rock club in the world. So I was there constantly, And because I played in Whiplash, I think I was 16. I wasn't even allowed in the clubs that I was playing the shows at the time, which was crazy. So I was very young when I broke in. But yeah, the English bands did it for me, man.
9 out of 10 musicians I'm asking this question is the answer is something along the lines of my dad.
Really?
Always, yeah, my dad was a drummer, guitarist, or he just played those records on and on. It's always a dad. That's
yeah, man, you gotta get it from someplace, Thank God. I'm gonna be doing that for my son. He's already a big fan. He's funny.
How would you describe the music of UNCIVIL WAR to a complete stranger?
UNCIVIL WAR is a heavy thrash metal old school band that we want to retain just what we started listening to, the music that got us excited when we were listening to thrash metal in the beginning, not what it turned out to be. We also take that approach on our writing. We take that approach on our production. We don't want to be boxed into everybody's sounding the same drum sound, same guitar sound, same everything sounds, because the flavor of the month, that's what happens, and everybody sounds the same, And that's another thing where we just want to be individual. Inconsistencies are beauty, man, So we want to continue to do things which aren't so perfect, man. Like, they're perfect for us because they're real. We don't want to venture into places where everything sounds mechanical, everything's triggered, everything's sampled. We want to stay away from the technology and just bring the music the way it used to be brought back in the day when we used to record on tape. So yeah, it's a very raw, energetic thrash metal old school band.
Last time I saw how someone mixed music on his computer, and he had 90 musicians. He had to get in line on his editing program. So when I'm editing videos, it's like okay, if I have eight parts, it's like, okay, that's starting to get a bit stressy. But music editing on your PC is fucking ridiculous.
Well, you know what? The least editing that we can do is what we're going for. Because back in the old days, man, I used to go into the studio. I had to do my track in one take. You better make that take count. It was hard to do any kind of adjustments on tape. I mean, of course they could, they could splice tape, but you had to be really good to, make edits and stuff like that. And, they had done that stuff, but there was a more urgency to the recording back then because you knew it had to count. You know what I mean? Now, digitally you could stop anywhere, begin anywhere, so the performance doesn't have to be beginning to end, but I would still try to maintain that formula if we can.
It stays real if you try to edit less
Yeah,
With a video, it's totally different. You can play around and everything, and
right.
it's more entertaining if you add something and pictures and colors and effects and
Yeah,
that's
video editing is cool, but music editing, that's a job unto itself, man.
yeah, I saw that. That was really ridiculous.
Yeah, it's hard stuff.
So yeah, another question I have to ask along these lines and
Sure.
in this year is how did Corona influence your life?
Oh my God, how did it? Well, I've been spending a lot of time indoors. Yeah, I've been spending time indoors. Um, I've been getting a lot more practice, man. Uh, I've definitely got a lot more practice, and I'm practicing like 2-3 hours a day now, and sometimes more because I got to do something, man. I don't want to put myself or my family at risk by going places too many places with too many people. You want to keep it small, but I also want to work on my craft and make sure that I'm ready to go at any moment. And plus I love playing anyway, so I'm just going to take advantage of the time I have and just use it wisely.
How about you and YouTube?
What
How
about
about doing a live set or a recorded set for your
that?
YouTube channel? That's
Well, yeah,
a
it's
thing you
cool.
can do.
What I did during this whole pandemic was I got together. I had a friend. My friend is Tuğrul. His name is from Turkey. He's an incredible guitar player. We did a whole series of videos, just me and him. He would send me the tracks. I would record them and videotape them. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see pretty much the whole Cause for Conflict record redone, just bass, guitar and drums, and it's pretty cool, man. It kept us busy, and he was playing some great guitar work, man. I definitely, the production's not top notch, but you could definitely see what's going on there. And
Yeah,
my channel's called Animalosi, and there you could find everything from all the different stuff I did throughout the last 30 years or so, or more. Yeah.
yeah, I will put that into the video description.
Cool. And of course, we have the UNCIVIL WAR channel now. We released those songs on our YouTube channel first before we put it out there digitally, so anybody could check it out if they don't have the platforms or don't want to download the music or whatever.
Yeah, we will feature that along the
Cool.
YouTube thing. Every link I can find.
Cool. Thanks.
What is your favorite song you wrote for UNCIVIL WAR?
Oof. I think my favorite one is Sin. Sin is it's a song where it's pretty epic, man. It's really big. It's really dramatic. The beginning of it is very doomish, very doom-like, and then it has gears. So it goes from very doom to a middle level to the thrash level. So it progresses in gears, and it's a really interesting song. It's on a long side. I think all of our songs are over 5 minutes. But whatever it takes to get the point across. We're not trying to make pop hits here anyway.
Yeah, that's always good. Yeah, it's always a bit kind of stupid to ask this question, but what are your future goals for the band after Corona, of course?
Of course, number one is to get out and play some shows, man. And also, during this thing right now, we're trying to, establish our fan base. In a way, it kind of like helps us out because we have time to concentrate on the things that, we need to build the band up. So we're gonna take it for the positive, and try to work it to our advantage because we have a lot of catching up to do to get our stuff out there, to get our business side together, and to make sure that we're gonna, be ready to go when we can go.
Yeah, the only good thing with Corona is that musicians got time to write stuff, and if they are in a good situation, they can rehearse and everything. And once this whole shit blows over, everyone is ready and has new records in store.
It's gonna be good. When this thing is over, man, I'm telling you, there's gonna be a lot of good music. It's gonna because this thing is going to create good music. You know, people are going to dig deep. I do believe so. This is a,
The live shows will
tragedy.
be packed.
Yeah, tragedy is always, an inspiration for creative people. Throughout bad things comes good things.
Yeah, it's a catalyst.
Yes.
When you go on tour and you could make a list of musicians and bands who would accompany you, who would you put on that list?
I'd like to play with. I like to open up for Exodus. Exodus is one of my favorite thrash metal bands. You know, I always loved them since day one. I think they're one of the best thrash metal bands ever. Yeah, I mean, just so many bands, and I have a lot of friends out there from the bands. It would be great to play with so many different people. The list is pretty big, but Exodus would be great. Exodus would be phenomenal.
Okay, so if you come to another list, what is your single favorite metal band of all times?
Man, you can't do that to me, man. Really? I don't think I have one. I just like too many bands. But metal or thrash metal? You know, there's so many genres now. I mean, growing up, I would say Iron Maiden was the band that really set the fire for me. And I actually saw them. Thank God, I'm so glad I saw their last tour here in Brooklyn. They were great. They were great. And I actually played, when I was in KREATOR, we played a festival with them. And I actually got to hang out with those guys. And Nico let me sit right behind his set for a whole show, man. It was unbelievable. To me, nothing was better for me. And they were great guys, too. So, amazing guys. Yeah, it was made.
And almost no one ever moves like Bruce Dickinson on stage.
Oh, Bruce is incredible, man. The only person I could probably put against Bruce in terms of talent that I thought was an incredible, like, hair-raising vocalist was Dio, man. Dio was just amazing. The pure voice of Dio was just amazing.
Dio is pretty amazing. That's of course.
Great.
Me and my brother watched a lot of reaction videos of YouTube channel called Lost in Vegas.
Oh, really? I gotta check that out.
That's two black dudes.
Yeah, I know those guys. They love this stuff, right?
And they are crazy. They are very very cool guys, and it's always it mirrors in their faces what they think. And they said a few things about a few metal bands which I struggled to put my finger on, but
really?
they said things like the special the special thing with Ronnie James Dio's voice is that he's singing every word with such an impression and power, as if he would drop dead after it, and it's everything is important, every syllable and every word.
I agree. He meant everything he did. That guy, everything he did, he meant it.
And it's crazy if you think about that and then listen to his music. It's like, whoa, that's stressful to sing. I tried it a few times.
Oh yeah, and think about it, man. I mean, like Dio wasn't a big guy, you know. He was a pretty small guy, but the voice was unbelievable, really unbelievable.
Yeah, he learned how to breathe because he played the trumpet.
The diaphragm. Yeah.
I read a lot about that little guy.
I love that guy, man. Love him. Rest in peace.
Seemed to be a really cool and nice guy.
Yes. Definitely.
So congratulations on your new band, and congratulations to that artwork. I must say it's very cool.
You like that? Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, that's the only logo we got right now. But I think I really like it. I like it a lot because it reminds me of the old ways. You know, it's not so perfectly, metallic and shiny and cut, and it's old school. It looks like somebody drew it.
It's catchy for the eyes.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, that was about everything I had for questions.
Okay, that's cool, man. Thanks a
So
lot. I appreciate it. You know, trying to get the word out. You know, you're like one of the first interviews I've ever did for this band. You know, that many you haven't done much yet, but that's cool. Thanks, appreciate it, man.
yeah, of course, it was a pleasure, and you are not as tired as me.
No, you must be exhausted. Yeah, go get some rest.
So normally I'm a little bit better at English.
No, you sound perfect. No problems at all, bro.
But my
Remember,
brains,
I used to live in Germany, so I remember how the timing was and stuff. Pretty crazy. But
it was
yeah,
very
man.
cool to have the chance to talk to you, to talk to someone who yeah, guys from HIRAX and WHIPLASH and KREATOR. So yeah, when it comes to thrash metal, that was the biggest thing as of yet for me. So that's pretty cool, and yeah, I will try to assemble a very cool video for
Awesome.
your band, so we can get the word out for Uncivil War.
I'll try to send you. I'm gonna try to send you one of the videos, one MP4. I'm gonna have to Dropbox it or something like that, but I'll get it to you. Which song do you want?
Okie dokie.
Which one should I send you?
Sin.
Sin? Okay, you got it. Cool.
Okay.
I mean, they're no big deal, those videos. I made it myself. You know, I do everything myself. I didn't do the logo though. I didn't do the logo. That's Scott's friend. But I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate getting the word out. And you know, all we're doing is trying to, you know, make music that we like, that we would like when, you know, from that time period, that style, and everything else.
Yeah, if you manage to accomplish making music you can listen to without hating yourself and wanting to end your life, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, nothing's perfect, but you know, after you finish recording, you're always like, "Damn, I could have did this better, man. Why did I do this?" It's an ongoing process. You know, once you think you have it, you don't have it, man. You know what I mean? That's what keeps you hungry.
Perfection is not to be achieved.
Nah, man. Nah, it's not about perfection. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, thanks for having me,
Thank you very much once again.
and yeah, I will go to sleep now.
All right, man. You take care, bro.
Bye.
I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Thanks.